Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, IKUE. Step 4, November 26, 2024. How's it going? I feel I need to ground myself. The energy is really high. I just heard a couple of different pieces of news and then had a meeting, and I just a lot of things are in my mind going like this. Probably that energy of the day, and Serious Joy will say that. But I'm looking forward to unwind and unpack our energy of the day so that we can better navigate today like a champ. How you guys feeling today? Feel free to type in the comment if you have any questions or share how you're feeling. And the energy is really high. We're going to this, interesting time for sure. It's more than ever. It's very important to ground yourself. So I'm gonna do that. So let's start with, I just have my crystal wand. I get asked about my crystal wands, but this crystal wand is from Zizella, and she sells this crystal wand, but she sells different type of accessory necklaces, and all her crystals have this Taurus field, and so this has itself has that the earth field, going through omega and alpha. So when the omega is up, it goes up, the energy goes up like this. And when I flip and now alpha is up, so energy goes down. And this is a better direction for me, because I intend to go high up. I'm an air sign, I'm a Libra, so it helps me grounding. So with that in mind, let's quickly rub our hands. I'm definitely better accepting all parts of myself without feeling bad. I mean, I'm slowly accepting the fact that, when I feel bad, I feel bad. And it's okay. And then when I go into this, feeling this emotions, and I'm feeling angry, and it's like, okay, I am listening. What does this anger want to teach me? And then when I'm feeling the anger, there comes a point where the anger turns into sadness. And then if I really go through this process, when I get triggered and I feel frustrated and I feel angry, and then I will face the emotion, feel it out, and then the anger turn into sadness. And when I feel it out, feel the anger, and then the sadness, it will turn into tears. And that's how I release. Yeah, if you guys could resonate with, that's how I process, and you may process your emotions. And whatever you're going through is teaching us to be more in our power and in our true self, and it's here. Yeah. I also drank a lot of water last night. It's like, I'm gonna choose to drink more water and let my emotions flow. It's all about you rejuvenating myself and flow, and let it flow out. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lee. Hi, welcome, everybody. I am here to move my energy and transmute any heavy feelings. And so they vibrate them out and vibrate themselves out. Yeah, all emotions are powerful. Hi, Nancy. Now I know your name. Nancy. We talked about the power of name the other day, and I shared my stories about how I didn't like my name when I was young. But I believe that everyone on earth, we actually, even though maybe your grandma named you, all of that, but we are definitely, just a second. I forgot to put on the do not disturb button. But we definitely, pick our name and pick our life purpose, and, we're came here with couple of specific themes to work through, and some people have it more, some people have it less this time around, but overall collective energy, we're all here to flip the narrative of the last 26,000 year cycle, right? So we're at this very powerful place, and but we all have free will every moment. And I heard Sensei Christopher from Sears Joyce and the astrology app talk about, some people are not ready for this. And then, Pluto energy is really cutthroat, and Pluto just moved from Capricorn to Aquarius. It's about innovation. So if you're not ready for this type of, cutting throat, innovative, like you gotta change yourself type of energy, it is hard if you're so caught up with old self. But what I meant by free will here, what he said about was, some people are just not gonna make it or just tap out. So Pluto's energy is about whether you choose to change or don't. And if you don't, on Earth, and it goes to choose death, right? But the soul won't die. So, it's a harsh reality, and I want, as much as we want everyone to, let's just do this together and make a change. But everyone have their own journey, and we need to honor that. And what we need to focus is really, really us, just individuals, just going in, because just trust that when we shift everything around you and everything that is that is meant so much for you. We all have a lot of things like that. It's going to be okay. Maybe you don't feel it this way, but this is more than ever. We need to really enforce our boundaries here, right? We create our own reality. There's nothing that we cannot be, do, or have. And when we change, everything around us change. We create our own reality, and it's time for us to feel. It's time for us to stop feeling bad about ourselves. I was just talking with Aisha, her daughter, one of the co-founders of Human Garage. Her daughter is a Taurus, very strong, and very strong. And she just the confidence, the level of confidence she has, she can just hold a space, and it's just like she never feel bad about about herself. Like when she does something, and she just blame that onto her astrology. It's like, I'm this, I'm that, so it's like it's not to do with me, and I'm like, wow, like how can a person be like that? So we were just talking about that, and considering that, knowing that my ghost story. So if you guys are listening, and if you got to get to know more about astrology, when you run your chart you can run your chart from astro.com. It's a free program. You just have to create your own account or not, and you can run your chart. And when you run your chart, and whether you understand, you don't have to understand everything. I don't understand everything. I'm learning. But if you go see the section MC, and that means midheaven, and I don't know why I see MC, but midheaven is about your goal story. So what that means is who you become in this lifetime. So we have our sun sign, who you are in the core, right? And then how people perceive you, that's your rising sign, AC, ascendant sign. And then how you process your emotion, and that's your moon sign. So you don't have to understand everything, but it's nice to know your basic which is your sun sign, and then which is your sun sign, who you are in your core, and how people perceive you, that's your rising sign. And then moon sign, how you process your emotions, and your ghost story, which is MC. So MC is in Taurus for me. And the funny thing is, when I look at my Chiron is another one that is good to know, because it gives you the glimpse of your past life, what things could have happened. So I have Chiron in Taurus, and which means that I have lost something in the past life. And so because I lost something, or maybe I got killed, I do have a deep core of losing people or losing things. So those things have been affecting my life. And yes, it's very, very interesting. My mother doesn't remember the time I was born. That's why I haven't tried to go on the website. Yeah, so when you go on that astro.com, Nancy, you can click unknown time. As long as you have know your birth time, birthday, and then you can put unknown. When you put unknown, you can the chart that you get, it can't give you the rising sign, because ascendant, so ascendant or rising sign is basically when you were born, where the zodiac sign. When you were born, the time you were born, where that sunrise was from. Is that from Libra? Is that from Capricorn? And so that's how you shows your rising sign. And normally you can just put it as an unknown and get to know your sign. But mostly you can, there's a website, or you can just Google it, and you could just run the chart and to get your sunrise time on your birthday. And there, if you're interested, I can send you that website. It's kind of hard to navigate, but you'll figure it out. You put your birth year, and then birth year, and then the month of your birth year, and then it shows the date from the 1st to 30 whatever December. Yeah, so December and your birth year, so that you can you can input, you can know about your sunrise time, and you can put that into your chart, and you most likely you get that very precise chart. That's what I learned. Yeah, it's a time where your rising sign was rising on the horizon. Yeah, thank you, Keto Buddha, nice to see you here. Yeah, so if you run the chart with that time of your sunrise, and then that becomes your rising sign, and rising sign about who you become every single day and how people perceive you. It's your first impression. So if you start to look into it, sometimes we get so caught up with just sun sign, but you are also sun sign, who you are, but also how people perceive you, and that is also very important. So Serious Joy, they specifically focus on sun sign and your rising sign. Those are like, sometimes you just like got that random balloon. You can focus on sun sign, but it's good to focus on two things and take a look at your energies in the chart. So today is the Aquarius day. Every time we have an Aquarius day, I belong, which is to do with number 4, is a very much like innovated law of attraction day. In order to attract, something needs to die. We need to let go of something. So every time we have I belong, it's about belonging day, of identifying what belongs to us, what doesn't belong anymore. Then we basically we just break it to breakthrough. That's a sign. Yeah, that's the day. So surprise ahead. Today, step 4, I belong, is a ruling state of awareness. The energy itself feels unstable, electric, and not grounded. You may wake up feeling like something is off or wrong, but not be able to identify it. In the context of I believe, you may wake up feeling irritable or uncertain about what to believe. The combination of the energies can leave you feeling irritable, argumentative, and oversensitive about your trigger topics. So Aquarius is an air sign, right? So and I'm a Libra, so Libra is an air sign. I was told that I'm always high up here, and I do feel this way. And for me, grounding is a key, and Taurus is the grounding sign. Talk about my ghost story. So that's what I'm learning. you know, when I'm so grounded with myself on earth, and just know that I'm just like, stay in my confidence, stay in my power, nothing can harm me. That's the energy that I'm definitely embodying. I'm learning to. Yeah, so grounding is very, very important today. What's happening is that belief about yourself are reaching a boiling point of authenticity. Your authentic self seeks to come forward by the nature of your heart and the law of attraction. Any beliefs about yourself that are not in alignment with your heart may break down today. So if something breaks down, just know that it meant to break down, and because it was not actually aligned with your heart, and then the idea just came from your mind. Breaking down means that the belief will rather suddenly stop to hold any effect or weight in your mind. You instantly will not believe or care about whatever it is because you realize the belief is false. So, this news may make you feel excited or upset, right? But you know, when you thought of something, you had your desire, and then when you hear something and you get triggered, you know, I think that's the key, that your heart is telling you that it's like, okay, I like this idea, I want to hold on to it, right? So even it seems like something may break down, but here comes breakthrough. There's so many perspectives to think, millions of perspectives, millions of timelines. So maybe you want this little thing, but just know that there's a mini version of this and that you could attract. And might as well, as we are upgrading our self-worth, you could get the different version of this, and it's a better version of this. So it's all about how you can see things in a different perspective, better perspective, so that you can, you know, you can receive whatever you're deserving, right? So yes. For example, you may have always believed you were a slow worker and took too much time to get things done. But then you find out your colleagues take twice as long to do the same tasks. Suddenly, with the new evidence, your old belief is null and void. Yeah. For example, you may have always believed you were a slow worker and took too much time to get things done, but actually you are the fast worker and other people take much more time. So often people's beliefs break down because they have changed who they are, but their beliefs and the story they tell themselves have not changed. You could say that today is simply a story correction. That is, your heart is correcting what your mind has wronged. I don't know why I started to get triggered right now. People's beliefs break down because they have changed who they are, but their beliefs and the story they tell themselves have not changed. Yeah. So as we upgrade our self-worth, we attract different things, but sometimes we need to upgrade all our belief systems. So if something breaks down or a story breaks down, it meant to break because so that we can shift, right? You could say that today is simply a story correction. That is, your heart is correcting what your mind has wronged. Examine what you believe about yourself and what you do not believing. So believing, I belong to this, I don't belong to this. Yeah, it's just like filtering out. You may experience a minor breakdown in your thinking, plans, or a communication. Whatever breaks apart will reveal a thought process that is out of alignment with your heart. Explore what types of thinking your heart does align to. Long-term aspects of self-love, creative dreams, or your romantic life may fail today. Oh no, do you believe in the way you love yourself? What specifically can you change in your effort to love yourself? Yeah, loving yourself is art, but something that we always get better and better. Like I started to talk to myself like a best friend. It's like checking with myself. It's like, what do you want? Literally speak to myself. It helps me instead of talking to myself in my mind. It's like, oh, this happened to me and it didn't feel good, and explaining things to myself. And it helps. Yeah. Gold story is to listen to your heart and ask yourself what you truly believe about yourself, what beliefs don't belong. I was just hearing about, going back to Aisha's daughter, who's Taurus, and just thinking about how confident she is, and she doesn't take any blame whatsoever. I mean, there's always good and bad to it, but I just think that the embodiment of confidence and that groundingness, something that I am here to embody. And I think there's part of me that is blame myself so much. And so today I decided that I stop blaming myself if something happens. Blaming, maybe not blaming others, but maybe blaming the astrology of the energy of the day, or blaming on that, something, right? Yeah, I think that will probably help me, ground myself, stay in my power. It's like there's nothing wrong with me, that type of energy, right? There's nothing wrong with me. I am wonderful, right? Like come from the very strong core of who you are, like the platform is so solid that and unshakable. It doesn't matter what people say, this is what I believe, right? It's just like, think about the energy of Aisha's daughter, like that's who she is, and it's just so exciting to think that that's who I become. I talk to myself too. My husband thinks I'm crazy. Yeah. I like to continue doing that, talk to myself, right? Yeah. Yes. Today's goal is to listen to your heart and ask yourself what you truly believe about yourself, what beliefs don't belong. Step 4, I believe, often brings surprising news, discovery, or dramatic shift in perspective. You may hear information or news that is difficult for you to believe or accept. The greater the truth, the longer it may take to adjust. At minimum, it will take 2 days to accept what you learned today. So we need some integration time when you have a big, huge shift. Yeah, enjoy the expansion. I belong knowing the truth. I belong knowing the truth. That is a very interesting energy. Yeah, just to unwind, because like I just got some news this morning. Somebody, one of my friends, partners, mom passed away, and it was shocking. I just got the message like 5 minutes before I went on this live, and I just had a meeting with Aisha, and I heard about things and stuff like that, and so I have like mixture of emotions, but all of that it's not I'm definitely processing through that. At the same time, things do come up like that to make us going inwards to understand our energy, right? And it's to do with our learning, using all those stimuli from outside to expand ourselves, right? And for me, so far, the learning for today is to stay in my power. Stay in my power. People have choices and free wills, and they get to, we are constantly making choices and making decisions, and there are a million ways to look at things. From one thing, and you can look at from here, look at from here. There are so many ways to look at things, and it's good to question yourself. The thing that I was looking at, is it true for me, right? So here comes break it to breakthrough. So SHUI is already warning you. Things may break down. So that's the breakdown to breakthrough. That's I will just take a mind note. Every time Aquarius energy comes, it's about break it to breakthrough, because this is how we expand in order for us to attract something, because Aquarius energy is about attraction, law of attraction, innovation. In order to attract something, it's the energy exchange, right? We need to sacrifice something so the new comes in. So that means that all needs to break. So if you're holding on to, at this point, we can't hold on to anything. Things are changing, but what we can hold on to is our core belief about who we are. Like, what do you believe about yourself? What belongs to you, right? Do you belong in self-love? Do you belong in self-power, empowerment, right? If you have shaky platform, shaky foundation, then every time change comes, we're gonna go like this. That's how I feel though. I am embodying, you know, I am far from perfect, but I am just like being a lot more comfortable being like this. It's like sometimes I'm an emotional, beautiful mess and emotional, messy mess. But what I am learning is I am not projecting that onto people much anymore. I'm going inwards instead of going outside when I feel like this. It's like, what's part of me that makes me feel like this? And I'm not afraid when I get triggered. Okay, I got this. Interesting. I feel anger, and I would talk to myself, right? And this happened. This person did to me, and I felt like this, and it's not fair. And now I have this ritual. I have many tools now, affirmations and whatnot. But when something comes to me, and I just know that, okay, this is not mine to take, I kindly give it back to you. Boom. Kindly give it back to you. And I think that's a good practice, right? Even though maybe like if you don't feel good about giving back to that person because you know that this person going through a hard time, you can give it back to Mother Earth or give it back. My favorite is giving back to the sky. Sky, because the grounding is something that I'm learning towards, and I want to be the Taurus. So I probably like good visualization for me is I put myself in the soil, the warm not black, like I'm keep visualizing this warm soft soil, and I immerse, like bury myself in that warm brown soil. And it's so soft and it's so cozy, and it's so nourishing and so rejuvenating. And this is how I recharge myself and ground myself and just take care of myself. So I no longer feel bad about myself for my mistake, all of that. It's the Taurus energy that I'm embodying. And when I'm in doubt, I'm just gonna think about that Aisha's daughter, this Taurus energy that is like so confident and so grounding, that knows who she is, and she knows that there's nothing wrong about her. So I like that. I like that energy. Yeah. Well, we have like role model. It's so funny. Like she's like, I don't know, she's like 10 years old. But you will know, it's Aisha's daughter. So Aisha is one of the co-founders of Human Garage. So wherever she's this like 10 years old, but her energy is not 10 years old. You will know her energy. But yeah, it's nice to run your chart. And if you reach out to me if you need guidance for that. But it's very interesting to see how like astrology can tell you and navigate you, and especially looking at your mid goal story. It's nice to know, sometimes like we're stepping into the unknown, and it's like, okay, we'll trust the unknown and all of that. But astrology can tell you, this is your goal story, this is what you picked, and then you can sort of like give you part of you feel comfortable and confidence about, okay, this is who I'm becoming. I don't know in between. So many things could happen to get to that point. But I'm also good to know that it's not like working towards either. Time is not linear. I think we should start thinking about the new timeline is literally here. This is the truth. It's not just that one healer is saying that. Like if you go through, different healers, each of Aquarius is here. It shifted. Pluto moved to Aquarius. Yeah, that's it. So we're in this new Asian era. There was a story you were born to, which you were, until the Pluto moves to Aquarius, and then it's completely shifted. Now you move from the story you were born to story you were born to live. So we do have a mixture of both stories right now. So today is a great day that this old story of you just falls away. So more new stories of you come in based on the story you're born to live. So celebrate that and trust that and go story. Embrace all the people it meant to you. It will come back, or best, you are attracting the best version of them. You're also becoming the best version of you. But also I am really focusing on being the best version of myself, because that will makes me happy. And the best version of myself knows how to accept all parts of myself, accept all parts of my all emotions, right? And then just like so good at just being myself. And that's all I need to work on. And I stopped being less less controlling. I think if we have fear, we automatically go into this masculine side. And if masculine side is not supported by the love and the feminine side, or trust and faith, that's when we automatically become more controlling, right? Because we become controlling because we fear something will happen. So if you have a lot of fear, then of course you become more controlling. And anything that comes up you, even though it's good for you, we tend to perceive as bad, right? And I was so grateful to be able to work with a kid yesterday. It was a session, but she has a lot of I don't believe in diagnosis, but she has a lot of symptoms. And what I noticed was she was very uncomfortable being touched. And so I got to be creative, it's just like, okay. And then she has a very short attention span. So I had to switch things around. Okay, this worked for 10 seconds. Oh, okay, now switch around. And those same skills, I will proudly say that I've been teaching dance to kids for a very long time. So I learned to kind of, go with, okay, this doesn't work, okay, next. I think if you have a child, I think you are so good at doing these things, right? To switch things, to keep them entertained. But what I found was one of the things that I learned through the session was when that person is not safe, anything that comes up, we tend to perceive a threat, fight or flight, even though it's good for me. But also the person, in order for us to create a sense of safety, that's the number one. Before we love ourselves, before we love our life, before we love anything around us, we need to first feel safe in our body. So hands have healing power. When you touch yourself, it's like, how do you feel? If you don't feel safe with this touch, we need to work on that, right? Because this is the number one touch. If you don't even feel safe touching your own body, then you are not feeling safe to exist in this world, right? I was thinking yesterday, I was just chanting, like I was stretching, and I feeling all those emotions are coming up for me, and feeling my sadness. I'm learning to be best friends with my sadness. I was telling myself, I am safe to exist in this world, and I am safe in my body. I don't need this protection. Thank you for this reminder, and thank you for this protection. I felt sadness, and I tell myself, I am safe to exist in this world, and I am safe. Just keep chanting, I am safe to exist in this world. I am safe in my body. And those things, to feel safe in your body, to safe to exist in this world, for me is huge. I don't know if it's just me, but I have a lot of fear existing in this world. Subconsciously, I noticed that. And because I got killed, I was told in the past life. So I think I doubted my faith, doubted God, because I got killed. And who knows, right? All those traumatic events that happened in the past, and that got us where we are, and we incarnated in our, this timeline again. Maybe not this, different timeline, but to feel safe in your body, to feel safe to exist in this world. So I am safe in my body. When I feel safe in my body, that's a protection. That's the boundaries right there. Like that shift of what protection should be, right? If you feel fear, so needing to protect, then embody going into this defensive mode, trying to protect, but I don't need this type of protection anymore to make my fascia tight, if that makes sense. I'm getting to this different type of protection. Like I am protected without protecting myself, if that makes sense. I am already protected and I feel safe in my body. I have this new sense of protection. I have the new sense of safety, so that I don't need to shrink myself to feel safe. That's a good one. I don't need to shrink myself to feel protected, because I am radically, it's my birthright to feel safe, and it's my birthright to feel protected. So now coming from that, whatever comes up, somebody smack me, I'm still safe. I see, this is something I'm practicing. It's not to, condemn anyone, but, things are rough. When I go up on the street, I see homeless people, all that people with drug addictions and all of that. And I send them love. But at the same time, when I'm walking, crossing the street, next to them, and I just tell myself, without alarming, right? Being triggered and alarmed. I just I am safe in this world. And just keep walking. I am safe in this world, right? Also, as I'm, clean up my environment, I am very sensitive. I smell, and my sense of smell, do you guys have that? My sense of smell is crazy. I can detect, this person, from the smell, it can tell so much. Is that I think psychic skill is that sensitivity of your five senses almost, that smell is that you have the super smell. And I can smell what's going on is in their intestine, because the oral health is literally the reflection of what's going on in your gut, right? So I feel it in my body. If I'm going through a lot of emotions and release here, then my sense, I can sort of smell myself, right? Yeah, I think we can all smell myself too. But I can smell what people are going through, especially when I go on the train, and I just immediately my fascia reacts, and it's try to go in the protective mode. I think we can all relate to this. How's your sense of smell? We are learning to, eat clean, and, whatever we put on our skin, absorb into our body. So, what do you do? What kind of detergent are you using? All type of thing. Or you're not using detergent, which is probably a good thing. There's, I want to try this. I don't know if you ever have that, is that aluminum? Not aluminum, but it's the bowl that you can use, right? So then it's the negative charge, the positive charge, and then you can clean your clothes without using detergent. I've never actually tried it. I want to try it, but I don't know when to get it. I should do some research, but I use this natural detergent. I hate using this, any chemical, any smell, any perfume. So every time I just, when I cross past someone, and then some people have that strong perfume, strong detergent, and I'm like, what are you using? And it's just I totally smell everything, right? And this is how, detect maybe the fear, or detect fight or flight, or detect something. And then I feel it in my fascia, right? There's an initial shock. Okay, my fascia is detecting, gets a little alarmed, but I'm immediately, okay, I forgive myself. It's okay to feel, but I know that I feel safe in my body. I am safe to exist in this world. So I feel there's an initial shock, and maybe I can choose to I can choose to withdraw myself from the situation. Let's say, you know, I am smelling this on the train. Let's just move this on the other side of the train so that I don't have to smell this. Or if I have no choice, okay, I notice, I guess I can smell everything. Okay, crazy, this is crazy. I can even smell someone's pee, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I can smell everything. But I am still safe. Sometimes you need to create the bubble, right? This golden bubble. And it's just know that it's like, I am safe. It's my birthright to feel safe. So that's the type of energy we're practicing. I am practicing. So you can probably use that to establish that a sense of protection, sense of safety within yourself. Yeah. Okay, so I picked 2 cards. The first card that I picked, practice Feng Shui, create a sacred space. Yeah, so energy. Your home is your safe haven, so take a moment to practice Feng Shui and tidy up. Feng Shui, wind and water, it's a traditional Chinese concept of arranging your environment to enhance your life to ensure that you live in harmony with your home. Everything is affecting your energy positively or negatively, so it's important to surround yourself with everything you love and create a sacred space. Things that makes us feel annoyed, anxious, or sad zap our energy. Energy zappers can be pictures of people who end a good relationship with, broken items, clothes that don't fit, or art furniture that no longer reflect your personal style. Do a declutter detox to clear away those low vibrating items and replace them with things that light you up. Clutter and uncleanliness can cause overwhelm and lack of motivation. Instead of healing, we zip up as we visualize the aura closing around us to protect. Yeah, that's awesome. We zip up as we... It's kind of like, you know, we all have our aura and we all detect, and then, you know, your aura meets other people's aura and there's a negotiation. It's like, do I like this person kind of thing, right? Your aura and their aura, and it's like the zzz kind of thing, right? And then sometimes it's like merge, or sometimes like you get to choose. Like it's kind of like zip up, as you say, visualizing closing the aura. Yeah, you know, there is this one social influencer. She teach people how to be famous and teach good people how to be famous. And she, you know, the fame is not a bad thing. It's just like not being afraid to be seen for who you are, and that's a positive message that she's sending out. She talks about this celebrity energy, that when celebrities have the ability when to show aura, strengthening aura, it's more just like expanding aura. People look at me, and when you know, I think we naturally do this when we don't feel safe. Like on the train, there is someone that is like threatening, and it's kind of shrink your aura to the point that you become invisible. So I think celebrities have that. Maybe not every celebrities have the ability to, you know, maybe we all have that, but like to expand, when to expand our aura, when to shrink our aura to kind of become invisible so that we don't get noticed. But I think I don't feel good to go in anymore. So what I'm thinking is just have this strong sense of protection in me. This is my aura. Nothing bad comes inside, and that keeps strengthening this protection aura all around me whenever. And when there's something that feel like, you know, triggering me, this aura, then instead of shrinking myself, and it's more like how you say, I love that, thank you, live with ease, it's more like strengthening, enforcing this boundary, zipping up. It's like I protect this core belief about the sense of safety of who I am. So that you feel safe instead of shrinking ourselves. And that's what I like to practice. So yeah, so talk about Feng Shui, decluttering a lot since Scorpio. Yeah, it's a good thing, Feng Shui. I knew about Feng Shui. I was born and raised in Japan. I don't know much about it, but Japanese surprisingly use Feng Shui all the time when we build a new house. And a couple things I know. Kitchen should be in the north. But a lot of times you don't have a control, right? You move into an apartment, it is what it is. But there was one time that in Japan, I lived in this apartment where when you open the door, there's a kitchen. So yeah, the hallway was part of the hallway was the kitchen. And then, yeah, that was an interesting layout. When you open the door, you see that bathroom right away, and then you go turn, and there's a kitchen on the right, and there's the bathroom. I like about the Japan. One thing I like about the bathroom is normally, if you go to, I mean, it's getting common for apartment in Japan, but normally toilet and bathroom. I mean, you say bathroom, yeah, the little bathrooms are separate in Japan. Toilet is toilet. You do your business. When you take a shower, you don't have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, like go to the toilet, right? So it's separate. It's a different custom. But more apartment has that unit bath where there's a toilet and bath, but normally it's separate. But this apartment had the separate toilet and the bathroom. And then now going in, you find the living room and the bedroom together. So that was the layout. But when my parents built the house, they consulted with the Feng Shui. You know, they had the book. Kitchen was in the north. And it's nice to have a balcony facing the south. So in Japan, there's a price change if the balcony is facing the north, which is considered not really good. And when the balcony, because it should be facing the sun, so where the sun comes in from the balcony. And also if the sunset, you know, the east to west, right? So if the balcony facing that west, which you get that really strong sunlight in that evening time, and also considered not really good. Maybe like you don't really have the concept in Canada, but if that place facing that east, facing the west, it's also the price is different. The rent price is different. So if the apartment facing the south is considered the best one, so the price is a bit higher. Yeah, Vancouver doesn't have the concept. It's the same price. Yeah, I mean, you know, in terms of the concept of where the sunshine comes from, depending on that, price is very different in Japan because we all love that Feng Shui. Yeah. Also, another thing I learned, my parents used to have a big mirror hang on the wall against the front door. So when you open the door, you will see the mirror. Like, I love that about it because it's like, you know, I could check how I look before I go outside. But somebody told my parents that it's not really good for Feng Shui. It's kind of repelling people to come into, or the blessing to come in. So I learned that mirror is powerful, right? If you have the mirror, it's against, you know, it's like kind of like front door and a mirror. You know, you're repelling. So that's I know. Also, I know that you're not really supposed to, you know, if you have mirror in your bedroom, it's not really supposed to show, put the mirror facing your bedroom, because when you're sleeping, the mirror sucks your energy. But I did live in an apartment where like the closet door is all mirrors, and I love that because I get to dance and watch myself. But now that I think about it, I don't think it's a really good idea that you mirror. You know, it's nice though, you know. Yeah. Oh, TV. Oh, that's interesting. I used to have a TV facing the bedroom until my partner moved out, so I don't have a TV in my bedroom anymore. But very interesting. Yeah, you cover the mirror at night. Oh yeah, you could do that. But I don't know if you always remember to cover, right? Because you watch, some people watch TV and fall asleep. I am not really like that. Yeah, some people like that white noise, right, to fall asleep too. So another card, I actually picked two cards. So tune into your inner peace. You can change the world when you practice peace. There's a peace deep within you that is a reservoir of unlimited peace and unshakable serenity, a place filled with love and compassion, empathy and understanding, forgiveness and freedom, a place called bliss, nirvana, samadhi, enlightenment, wherever you want to call it, it is there waiting within to be witnessed. If you pull this card, it's a call to come home to your sacred center. We all crave security, even wanderlust have a need for certainty about something. But where does this need come from? Nothing in nature is fixed or forever. We know our bodies, our surroundings, and even the air we breathe is constantly shifting. Change is the only constant. All great philosophers speak of this still point we seek to find through quieting the mind. In Zen, there is the idea that if you accept what is, you will end suffering. Okay, I like to add more. If you accept what is, that what is shifts. Because everything shifts if you change. Simply put, stop resisting what has happened, learn the lesson, and then let it go. I also like to say, when you learn the lesson from what has happened and let go, and if it's meant to be, it will come back with a different version. So yeah, to get to the point, you go through like grief and sadness when something important leaves. But yeah, we all learning. Need to remember. Yeah, we need to remember to cover the mirror. Yes. Hi, Daniela. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of good learning today. Aquarius, I innovate. Sorry, I innovate, I belong, and that energy breakdown to breakthrough day, story you are born to, the story you are born to live in that tradition, when that mixture of stories right there. So there's some stories that I just noticed the camera switch. There's a story that are old and obsolete, and there's a story that new. So we are just have this like a little dance right here. So we are in order for us to bring new, all needs to fall away. So we're just trusting the process. Sometimes my mind is such a short span, right? Like only see based on the past data and cannot see the possibility. But it's just that, you know, just know that we're gonna be okay, and tune into your inner peace and create a sacred space. And just like live with ease suggests us, you know, whenever you feel you feel trigger and something comes up, pay attention instead of just brushing it all off. Pay attention, and it's like, is this true for me? Is this coming from me, or is this them projecting onto me? If you feel like they were just projecting onto you, take that like this. That's not mine to take. I kindly give it back to you, or give it back to the sky, give it back to Mother Earth, and then remind yourself, I am safe and protected. I am safe in my body. I am safe to exist in the world, so that you can continue to have the solid foundation for yourself, to feel safe, to feel neutral, and so that you can express your life and create the life that you want to create. And that's all that is, and that's where the practice is, right? And that I definitely feel the next generation that is coming is teaching us to do that. So it takes practice, but it's just know that it's like, you know, what it's like to really be the best friends and hold on to this sense of safety, whatever's happening. Ground yourself, and there's nothing bad about you, and stop blaming on ourselves, and just know that, you know, also we're so worthy that receiving the best version of our body, best version of ourselves, best version of our career, whatever that is, you know, just know that it's all start within. yes. So keep empowering yourself. Thank you guys for just listening to my thoughts and then just all of that. I really appreciate you for being here. It's Vancouver. It's sunny today. It's really nice, and I'm just embodying my sunshine with me. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and sending you guys so much love, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Bye.